Hey you guys, welcome back to Alleyways, or if it's your first time here, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. And if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you know when I have new content. For today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to do this quick, easy, and affordable kind of natural glam look. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I get really frustrated when I watch a makeup tutorial and they're using products that I either can't afford or don't want to spend that much money on, or they're using super expensive brushes or techniques that I just feel like as an average person I can't do. And so I wanted to do this tutorial with products that we can all buy, techniques we can all accomplish, so you can get the glam that you want. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below. I will have links to some of the items with discounts in the description box. Let's not wait anymore. Let's get started. Okay, so to start, I put Bioderma products on my face. I use their regular sensitive face moisturizer and eye cream. I do put on chapstick before as well. I just want everything to feel really nice and moisturized and prepped for our products. I went ahead and wet my beauty blender. And then I always start with my foundation, and right now, just because I have a tiny bit of sun, I combine two foundations from the Perfect Face in the colors Y5 and P2, and I cannot recommend this foundation highly enough. I've got a link with the discount in the description box down below. You guys can see it's a small pot of foundation. It's really affordable, and this has lasted me for more than a year, and I do a full face of makeup really most days of the week when I'm not in quarantine. So I just take my beauty blender, and right now I'm doing a little bit more of the Y5, the darker color, because I do have some color on my face from being out running. And then I'm just gonna take the beauty blender, and you guys can see I just got a tiny bit of product, but you can see how much coverage it gives. And I just pretty much do my whole face with just that first dip of foundation. But it gives full coverage with just that small. Don't forget your ears. I have a tendency to do that. And then I just do a light coating over my lips, and I cover my eyelids as well to prime them for eyeshadow. So that is how I do my foundation. Super quick. I'll do a little down my neck. You just want to make sure you don't have any kind of harsh lines where it looks like you're wearing a mask. All right, now that we have foundation done, I'm going to move on to concealer and contour. I use Shape Tape in the color Fair Neutral, and a tiny bit of this product goes a long way. And I just make a little triangle under my eyes, and then just try to hit the areas where, I'm just gonna conceal, get a little bump over here. And I just try to hit the areas where light falls naturally on my face. And I try not to use too much because this is a thick product and I don't want any kind of creasing or anything like that. I go ahead and go over my lid. And I cannot say this enough, you guys. I'm not a professional makeup artist or even a makeup guru. This is just how I do my makeup, and like a couple things that I've learned from having people do my makeup for shoots or taking lessons before Miss USA. And I just blend this in with my finger and then see how that's blending in. And then once I feel like I have it Once I feel like I have it blended with my finger, I'm gonna go back in and just soften it with the beauty blender, just to make sure it's really pressed into the skin so we don't have a ton of product sitting on our face, and so we don't have any kind of lines or anything like that. All right, now let's move on to contour. Okay, for my contour, I also use a Perfect Face foundation. If you wanted to, you could use their foundation as foundation, concealer, and contour. I just use the Shape Tape because I have really kind of dark circles under my eyes. But I'm going to take this foundation in the color Y9, and I'm just going to take a round brush and follow from the midsection of my ear to about the middle of my eye, underneath my cheekbone. So I'll do that here, and it looks crazy at first. And then I go down the sides of my nose. And then I just do the outer edges of my forehead. And then if I am doing a shoot, I'll do my jawline really lightly, like that. So that is where we place our contour, and next, like everything else, we want to blend it out. So I'm going to take the other side of the Beauty Blender that I didn't use and pat this in. And on your cheeks, you really want to make sure that you get it blended well, and if you're going to blend it up. You don't want to blend it down because this area needs to be nice and chiseled, but we're just going to soften this, really soften it a lot. It's looking a lot paler on my monitor than it is in person. You guys, the last time I did one of these makeup tutorials, I was trying to go by the monitor a lot, so I didn't stick this mirror in front of the camera so you guys couldn't see what I was doing. But I missed all these spots on my face that I didn't see until I was editing, and it drove me nuts. But I still put the video up anyways. Maybe I shouldn't have, but it's so, I don't know. It's so easy to pick a video apart for all the bad things. But I feel like you could do that with any video and just convince yourself to never post anything. And so I've just tried to let go of worrying about every tiny little thing that's wrong with the video and, you know, take that as a lesson moving forward of what not to do next time. All that to say, I hope I don't have a weird little spot that I've missed. Okay, so that is our contour. And probably before my shoot later, I am going to contour my jaw a little bit more. But for now, we're done with foundation, contour, and concealer. So next we're going to move on to powder. So I'm out of the powder that I normally use from the Perfect Face. And so I just went and got Maybelline loose powder. But I got two shades. I got a medium and a light, because when I am doing my makeup with my powder from the Perfect Face, they have two different colors that I really like. But I start with the light powder and a separate brush. And I don't bake or anything like that, but I do just do the lighter powder under my eyes. And anywhere where I placed concealer, anywhere that I want to look lighter, I use this kind of lighter shade of powder. And I powder pretty generously because I have a tendency to get oily, but I'll go back in later and add in some of that dewiness that we really want with setting spray. Next, I'm going to take the medium and just go over any kind of areas that we wanted darker, and also just blend into some of the lighter areas just to warm my face up because it's looking really cool on camera. I'm also going to go down my neck because my neck is so pale from being in the shadow of my head. And so it has a tendency not to match the rest of my body. Let's see. And I meant to do this with a different brush, but I forgot. Not a professional. As I said, as you can probably tell from how my makeup looks. Okay, so now that we have done our powder, just to kind of set our foundation and everything in place, I'm gonna go over the top of the powder with Hoola bronzing powder just to make that contour kind of pop a little bit more. Just use a small little brush and go through where we placed our foundation contour earlier And I'm just gonna brush in these kind of small, soft circles just to bring back some of that contour. You guys can see it makes the side of my face look more shapely and kind of also higher. We're gonna do the same thing on this side, even it out, and we're just gonna do this anywhere that we placed our foundation contour earlier. Okay, now I'm going to go in with just a tiny bit of this Maybelline Mineral Powder blush, just the tiniest bit, to add a little rosiness into the cheeks. I don't do too much because I'm naturally very pink. My skin has super kind of pink undertones, so I don't want to get too carried away because my skin will show through this makeup just the tiniest bit, but just a little there, just so we have some of that like natural kind of pink look. She's always barking. Next, I'm going to go in with highlight. I use the Aurora Glow Kit from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm actually going to use this kind of greenish shade right here. It's called Helia, and I'm just going to do a tiny bit. I don't want to get too carried away with my highlighter. Because we just want this to be kind of soft and natural every day. But you can see that looks nice. Just to add a little bit and make us look glowy. Okay, I think that's good. Now I move on to eyes. I don't know if that's the right order. Again, not a professional, but what I've been doing lately is just taking our 2 shades of translucent powder that we used earlier, and I'm going to start with the medium, and I'm just going to sweep that over my entire lid as kind of our base color. I've just been doing this because I really wanted to look like I'm wearing less makeup. Like, I wanted to look more natural, and I feel like this is a great way to kind of accomplish that look. Not too much. So I'm just gonna cover the lid really well with that medium shade. And I'm gonna go pretty high up into the brow bone. Like so. And I would zoom in more, except I need to pluck my eyebrows. So you guys are just gonna have to look from afar today. And next I'm gonna take that lighter color that we used and dust that across my brow bone and inner corner. You guys can see that's starting to carve out a shape underneath my eyebrow. Kind of raise it up, make it look nice, like it's catching light. Do the same on these inner corners. So next we want to contour the lid. I go back into my Hoola bronzer with a small kind of hard round brush and then contour my lid. So let's do that now. So it's actually funny because I'm not actually really hardly using any eyeshadow palettes right now because I am just sticking with using my translucent powder and bronzer for my eyes. But we just want to create a shadow there where my crease is. Always just look dead ahead and follow the natural crease. You don't want to close because you lose the shape. So if you do like this versus this, the shape is different. See? I learned that tip from my friend Anya. All right, I lied. We're going to use a little eyeshadow. So I'm going to use this shade from MAC. It is called Amorous Alloy, and it's a really pretty kind of copper color. And I'm going to take this brush from the Perfect Face. It's their smudge brush. It's really small and soft, so you have like a lot of control, but it makes these really nice blendable lines. So you can use this to blend all your eyeshadow really well. And I just want to do my lower lash line to create a little smoke down there and kind of follow that up to get that nice fox eye look that everybody's wanting right now. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. And I'm gonna add a little into my lid just to be a little more dramatic. Okay, so now I'm going to take a softer, bigger brush and just blend this shape out and bring some more of it up and out to the corner to create, like I said, that nice kind of pointed kind of look. And just to get rid of some of these harsher lines. Now I'm going to take the world's oldest eyeshadow palette. I think I've had this since high school. It's Maybelline and it's called Vanilla. It's just a shimmer and I'm just gonna pop a little in the inner corner. I don't even know if they make this anymore. Just to lighten up those corners, you guys can see. And then dust it across the brow bone using the junky little sponge applicator. And I am happy with that. So now let's move on to eyebrows. All right, for my eyebrows, I use this $2 pencil from Sally's in the color taupe. I think that it's called Boutique is the brand. And I just follow the bottom line of my brow like that. And it's really soft, but it puts out a lot of color. Very pigmented, I guess is what you say. Maybe not. And then what I'm going to do is just do some upward strokes like this and these upright hairs right there. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side and then we're going to brush it out to blend it. All right, now let's brush it out. We just want it to look very natural. We want to be able to see our brow hairs. We also want to stand them up so they look fuller and like somebody takes care of them, which I don't. And I am happy with that. I do draw the tail of my brows out just a little to give them a little length. So I'm going to do that on both sides. Check in my mirror. Okay. Good enough. So now that we've done eyebrows, all that's left is eyeliner, lashes, and lips. So let's do lips last. Let's move on to eyeliner now. I'm going to use the Stila Black Liquid Liner. This is a felt tip pen, so it looks like this, and this is the easiest way to do winged liner. I am going to do winged liner today because I'm going to wear lashes and I'm going to wear strip lashes, and I don't like to do winged liner unless I'm wearing lashes, just to kind of help hide that band. And this is the easiest way to do winged liner that I found. Just take your pen and lay it against your eye. Let this device just do all the work. So just lay it flat and drag. And there we got our little wing. So make sure you get all the way down in your lashes. You don't want a little gap. So here is our liner done. I'm going to let it dry, and I know it looks dramatic right now, but once we add on mascara and lashes, it's going to look a lot better. I'm going to do that off camera because I think everybody can do their mascara, and I do have other makeup tutorials that I'll put cards here for where you guys can see my tips for how to apply lashes. But if you have questions about that, of course, leave them in the comment section down below and I'll be glad to help you. All right, I am back. We have our mascara and our lashes on. Like I said, I do have tutorials for how you can put on lashes on my page. They will be included. Please ask any questions. Next, we're going to move on to lips. I'm going to line my lips with the Perfect Face lip liner in the color Cameo. And then for our color, I use the NYX Lingerie Professional Makeup in the color Lace Detail. I love this because it's matte, so it's gonna stay on all day, and it's super affordable. And then we're gonna top it off with a Buxom Plumping Gloss in the color Alyssa. So I don't really overline my lips, I just try and follow the natural lip line. And then I'll fill in with the lip liner a little on the bottom, on the edges. That got Izzy excited. Just to kind of give some of this nice color to the lip. As you can see, I'm almost out of everything in my makeup kit, but I'm ordering more. And then I just cover the lips with this color. I try to blend this with the lip liner. That also got Izzy excited. So we don't have like a stark lip line. And then I let that dry so it gets really nice and matte before I apply the Buxom gloss. Otherwise the NYX kind of wants to move around. So we'll wait for a second and then we'll put on our gloss. All right, our gloss is nice and dry. So now I'm just gonna go in with this Buxom, and I put it all over because it's really sticky. And it doesn't want to move even when you kind of mush like that. And that is the look. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'm gonna go do my hair so we can do a nice intro and outro. I forgot the most fun part. Now I'm gonna set the look with setting spray. I use the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, and I just do this really generously. One, because it's fun and feels really dramatic, and two, because I do want my makeup to last all day and I want it to look really nice and dewy. So let's do that. And now we're done. All right, guys, that is it. That's the look for today. As I said, I'm not a professional makeup artist, makeup guru, or anything like that. This is just how I like doing my makeup with some of the, tips and tricks that I've learned from makeup artists that I've worked with and lessons that I've had with products that I like, that we can all afford, and techniques that we can all use. Please, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below. Thank you so much if you've made it to this point for watching the video. I love you guys. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you soon right here on Allee-Waist. Bye!